this is a Christmas video to some extent, so I will pour myself a nice Christmas drink, and in my mind there is only one drink that I really associate with Christmas time, and that is a nice Bailey's Irish cream, which, if I understand correctly, is a whiskey liqueur, which is kind of just cream, sugar and whiskey, essentially, as far as I'm aware. I may be wrong, but it's delicious. So, and this bottle is already open, because we've had it in the house for a couple of weeks, and as we approach Christmas, it's hard not to. So, just put the bottle to one side, and yeah, a nice small serving of Bailey's Irish cream, which is delicious. Oh, so nice. I will be using this in an upcoming video where I make one of our desserts for Christmas, so that should drop in the next few days. Now, the next thing to do is to make some sandwiches, so I will need some bread, of course, and the first sandwich I will be making will be a turkey with pigs in blankets, and in there will also be some bread sauce and some cranberry sauce. So the first thing I need is bread sauce. Now I don't know whether this is just a UK thing or whether this is more widespread, but it's kind of this white emulsion, I guess, and it's made with breadcrumbs and onion powder, garlic powder, and salt basically, and it just makes this really savoury, kind of thick, almost like too thick gravy consistency. I'm just going to use this as the kind of base condiment on this bottom piece of bread, and I think this basically makes for the most sandwichy sandwich possible, in that it's a sandwich literally filled with bread sauce. Bread is the filling of this sandwich, to some extent. I've already tried this bread sauce, it's delicious. I'm a fiend for bread sauce with turkey and ham on Christmas Day. Delicious, and I'm going quite heavy because it's Christmas, or it's getting close to Christmas, so there we go, a nice layer of bread sauce. The next ingredient I need stressful time, hopefully this video will help you just wind down before the manic week that can be the Christmas week. I myself have had a very busy week at work, which has made preparing for the holiday season quite difficult, but I'm through most of that now. I have one more day of work on Monday, and then I'm off for about 9 days, so looking forward to that. So, as I said, the next thing I need for this sandwich is turkey. Here I have a turkey leg, rather than a full turkey, or just sliced turkey, that I roasted this evening, and this will be the turkey for the sandwich. So now this turkey does have skin on, but I love that, so it's actually still warm and surprisingly juicy as well. I know turkey can be a little bit dry, but where this is the leg meat, I think we're kind of protected against that a little bit. And we don't have to go too heavy on the turkey. It's still actually steaming a little bit. Yeah, we don't have to go too heavy on the turkey, because this isn't the only meat component. I'm just going to start to build our sandwich now. So, wow, I can already tell this is going to be a very hearty sandwich. It's already got quite a lot of height. Very impressive. There we go. Just going to build a little bit more. And that is looking very nice. So I'll just put the remainder of the turkey leg to one side. Okay, so little chef freebie there. Okay. So I have to keep eating all the bits that come off. So the next thing I need are some pigs in blankets, which are just some sausages wrapped in bacon that of course have been roasted. They're not raw. And I'm just going to cut these in half, because otherwise I think they'll be a bit thick. And I'm using a filleting knife just because this is the sharpest knife I have. And again, we just want enough to kind of create one layer in the sandwich. We don't want it to be too high that we can't get our mouths around it. Well, I can't get my mouth around it. And I think that will probably be enough. So, move what is now a very dense sandwich. And I'm just going to actually build across the middle first, because I think it will make for the best cross section if I go straight down the middle of these like that, and then I'm just going to fill the rest in and around. Actually, I probably could have. I think I'm going to need one or two more. This, of course, is not the healthiest sandwich, especially not after I seasoned the turkey leg, because I go quite heavy on my salt and pepper. But wow, that, it's almost tearing the bread when I move it, so there's a lot of mass there. So I'm just going to close this up, and I subscribe or drop a comment or whatever you want to show appreciation. If you want to see more of these videos, although they may no longer be festive, they may be just other sandwich related videos, and you've not been to the channel before, then maybe you might want to choose to subscribe, just so you can see any other sandwiches or other videos that I make. And I'm just going to spread this a little bit more down the bottom because it's a little bit uneven. This one I think needs a bit more in the way of cranberry sauce than the last sandwich, because this sandwich does have a little bit less in the way of filling. So I think, and also I think just all the bacon I use will be a bit saltier. Okay. Now the next thing I need is, of course, bacon. And here I have some bacon, or some smoked bacon rashers that I have fried, and you can see they're crispy. So I'm just going to add enough bacon in here to appease my ancestors who also love bacon. There we go. We're almost there. And again, this sandwich needs a bit more in the way of filling than the last one, because there's just slightly less that's going to be going in here. Well, I say that. The next ingredient is cheese, and my wife has insisted that when I think I've added enough cheese, I am to add more cheese, because I always tend to underdo it. So I have my cheese plain here, but that's not to cut the brie, because brie is very sticky. So we have some mild French brie. Yeah, so I'm just going to use the cheese plain just to take off some of this rind from the top, because we don't like too much. Put that over there. Yeah, I'm just going to take off just one side of this cheese's rind. There may be some people that hate me for doing this, but just our preference. Not too much of the rind. Just take off a little bit more. There we go. Just a bit. And then I'm just going to chop or slice pieces of this brie off and add it to the top of the bacon. This is a very sticky cheese, so it's not going to slice very well, and it will get stuck to my hands. I don't know if it slices. Not really. A bit of a messy job. Keep going. I bet it's gone quite well. Keep slicing it off. Now I would say that's enough cheese, but my wife said to add more, so I'll add more. I'll just spread this last bit out. Okay. There we go. I think I'm going to toast, or I'm going to fry this. So I'm going to take this to one side. I already have a pan heating up, and then I will bring it back once it is adequately toasted. Back momentarily. Okay, so I have, it's quite hot, it's just come out of the pan, but I have toasted the bacon and brie and cranberry sauce sandwich. So what I will do now is give this is one of the few sandwiches that I think should be cut diagonally, and I don't know why. So I'm going to take my knife and try to do the best job I can in cutting this diagonally. I think that's gone okay. Place the knife to one side and let's see what we have. So that is the sandwich we have. It smells sweet and toasted. You can see crispy on top, and it's just, the cheese is just starting to ooze. So I'm going to keep this side out. This side will be for the wife. And this has kind of got a bit messed up since I moved it, but this will be the other sandwich. So I will give these two sandwiches a try. So because this is so hot, I'll try the turkey and bacon, well, turkey and pigs in blanket sandwich first, and see what it's like. Phenomenal. So the only problem is that the cranberry sauce I put in a little bit too cold, so it's cooled the whole thing down. When I made this, so the pigs in blankets and the turkey were both still hot, as was the bread sauce. So it's a cooler sandwich, but it's still delicious, and the bread sauce makes the sandwich. So, solid 8 out of 10, delicious. Second sandwich, toasted bacon, brie and cranberry. Let's see what it's like. Phenomenal again. So, the crunch really adds. I'm going to have another one. Just so good. So, salty bacon, sweet cranberry sauce. The top side of this bread is just slightly over toasted, so it's, got that slight hint of not burnt toast, but just slightly overdone toast. So works fantastically. So festive sandwiches. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and the next few videos up will probably follow in the next few days. I'm thinking of doing a maybe a Christmas present show and tell for what I've bought for people, as well as I'm going to be making, as I said earlier, the Christmas dessert, which encompasses some Baileys as well. So